all I gotta say to you is it's a woman's world, and you're lucky to be living in it. This is the Music Judge and Jury, aka Queen Millennial. And today we are talking about your blatant, unwarranted bandwagon. What I call this? Basically dump and slander of the one, the only, Miss Katy Perry, whether you agree with me or not. Okay? Particularly talking to most of the people in Generation Z. Okay? Because this is where I see a lot of the videos coming from for the majority of my timeline of the disrespect of Miss Katy Perry and acting like people need to be like this picture. We'll get there in a moment, okay? We'll get there in a moment. But first, of course, as always, before we get into the meat and potatoes, a word. If you're given a chance to continue to somehow wake up another day, you should be, I wouldn't say grateful, especially if your life is less than desirable, but I would say it's another chance to swing at the very system that keeps you in place. And the very people around you that play within the system, that basically do the work for the system by trying to discipline and put you down for being not a white sheep, but more of a black sheep, you know, that doesn't want to really want to color inside the lines. You were made for much more. You're just confined by whatever the heck this is, but you refuse to be confined. And so you're trying to figure it out. So as long as you can somehow keep waking up by the grace of whatever, you need to keep swinging. There really is no time, no matter how young you are, because this clock is moving fast. The years speed by so fast that you don't have any time to procrastinate. You need to get up and start swinging again and again and again. And that's what's on my mind. This is It's That Girl or It's Not That Girl. Now, I'm Worklina, the workhorse. And on this series, we talk about popular music and popular artists from today, yesterday, and beyond. Bippity boppity boop. Okay, so today we're here to talk about Miss Catherine Hudson, aka Katy Perry, in the discourse, not only on other social medias, but right here on YouTube, where I watch and make content myself, which I don't agree with a lot of things, mainly coming from, and I love Generation Z, but there are some things I disapprove of completely. And this bandwagon of jumping on people and calling out their flaws, whatever, which, you know, if it was you in a hot seat with all your flaws and things, you won't be able to handle it either. Just saying. But somebody like me will know who needs to be really thrown in the fire and who doesn't. Okay? So anyway, just get comfortable. Grab your chips, your candy, grab whatever you need, okay? Because and get comfortable, because this is It's That Girl, or it's simply not. Here we go. The Let's Talk series.
You this
What is the trap?
one life, baby.
It's just
No
what it is.
dismiss.
It's a trap.
One life. They wanna be around, no matter how you are getting down. There's really nothing that you can do. Push past all the doubts and believe in you. Push past all the doubts and believe in you. Cause when it's all over, said and done, there's only one, yeah, there's only one. Take it by the horns and be on the run. Take it by the horns and be on the run. Even when you get down.
Welcome back into It's That Girl, or It's Not That Girl. Now, I'm Peyton 3.0, the artist, the musician, the entertainer, not the content creator, the YouTuber, or the influencer. As I say on all my episodes, those are great platforms and tools to build that brand, that business, that reputation up, but most importantly, the community. And hopefully you will become a part of this community today by hitting that like button and share people that you know that like artist commentary, reaction, and reviews. Now, let's get into these meat and potatoes. I want to address the many things that Katy Perry is seeming to be criticized for in this particular discussion. We're going to start with the infamous Dr. Luke. Yes, it was horrible about the whole case that blew up with Kesha, my girl. Okay, and what has been done to her, right? I hope you're somewhere praying, right? I hope that you are somewhere changing. I hope you found your peace, falling on your knees, praying, right? All right. Well, we all should know by now that Dr. Luke is not a special rare case of men in that industry. See, if you really truly knew the music industry, the Hollywood machine, I don't think you would react so rationally. Some of you are truly just really reacting irrationally for content, okay? But that's neither here nor there, okay? Now, do you know how many people right now who are big name artists are working with Dr. Luke? Show of hands. I bet none of your hands should be up. If it's up, you're delusional. Okay? Because do you know the lengths this industry will go through for people they want to protect? And the many aliases that Dr. Luke uses. See, a lot of these artists that you think you know have a great public reputation right now are working with this man as we speak, but they're not going to tell you that. They're not just going to say it out loud like Katy Perry did. Honestly, I think the mistake is of Katy Perry saying anything about working with Dr. Luke in public. I think that particularly was a big mistake for her to say out loud, because that obviously that was going to garner, massive uproar, right? She should have kept it quiet, like the rest of these artists out here who are working with Dr. Luke, whatever name he's using, and kept it pushing, basically, just not mentioning him, right? So that's one of the major things I think she went wrong. There needs to be more strategy when she's speaking about some things, but other than that, there are plenty of people working with this man that you don't know, and they won't say. Okay, because they already know what the climate is, right? The second thing, the court cases. My, the court cases. Now, these cases, the nun, the house, the trademark name, right? Y'all are really rich to paint Katy Perry as if this is an unusual thing. People who are in the upper class with money, who are more versed in basically corporatization, lawyers, that this is the way that things work, unfortunately, when it comes to that world. And there have been plenty of people who, those cases, when it comes to like celebrities or everyday people who have the power to for court cases and to pay for court cases, because it ain't free to go to court unless it's small claims court, right? Who know the strategies, who know the tax laws and all this other stuff, who know their stuff, right? Or they find people who know their stuff, right? These cases of like Katy Perry are just one in a million, but you don't hear about them every day, right? Not excusing what she or anybody else does, but you don't hear about these cases every day. Even from your favorite celebrities, they found out to keep it on the hush hush, and you don't, and somehow they pay the right people, and you never know that they did this and that in court and got somebody's house or whatever allegedly is going on, that has gone on with these court cases with Katy Perry, right? Right? This is not something that is actually newsworthy if you knew your stuff. But it's clear that you don't. You're just here for content and controversy, and it's a hot new trend to dump on Katy Perry. Before it was Jennifer Lopez, and then it was JoJo Siwa, and y'all still milking that cow. Moo moo moo. Okay? Shall we proceed? Absolutely. We need a scene switch, darling. Love that hair. You may not have liked it. You may not have liked the hair in this era. And I will say it again for all the fools in the back. That witness, still to this day, as an artist myself, not just a basic listener who makes content, who is not of music, doesn't live, breathe, eat, and sleep an artist, a musician life. Okay? That witness, still to this day, is Katy Perry's best work in her discography. Hot take. I'm gonna say it one more time. Witness is Katy Perry's best album in her discography to date. You can fight me in the comment section, darling, but you won't win. No. Okay. I'm speaking from an artistic standpoint, not just a basic listener. Okay? No shade. But the way that she went about marketing and the single she chose, in my opinion, didn't represent the message she was trying to get across. So I would have marketed this album way different and chose different singles to represent how most of the album actually plays out, right? So I don't know what the team was at the moment, if they cared, whatever. Just so many questions around the era, but the album itself, just brilliant. Anyway, let's talk about space and them going to space. And I touched on this already for the video that I made. If you want to go watch that after this, on Katy Perry and the girls going to space. Can I laugh at y'all right now? Please, let me do it. Particularly the content creators who made slanderous content on Katy Perry. I'm talking to you. Can I laugh at y'all for a minute? Because, as I said in that video, this is what y'all gonna get all up in arms about. Them going to space for 10 minutes. Whether it was a conspiracy, whether it's a lie, whether it's contrived, whatever. They're getting you all riled up. When I took one look at that news story. It was like, okay, cool. Back to business. So I got to focus on my life as working class. I got to focus on my life. That was cool. But everybody else looked at that and they had a field day with it, and it became the next big thing to blow up on the social medias, right? And you content creators on YouTube, this is the only platform I decide to pay attention to at all anymore, took that and ran and put it as another thing to slander Katy Perry's name and reputation. Y'all must have no life. Because before all the negative stories that y'all and content y'all put out about Katy Perry, when I saw the news story, I was not thinking about the fact that there's all this we could have spent on this, and that money could have went towards this, and this stuff happens all the time. This is a capitalist system that if you're on the bottom side, like most of us are, and the people with all the good money who decide to do it, they're going to do what they want to do with it. They're going to give their money to whoever they want to give it to and do whatever they want it to do, go to space, blah, blah. That's what it is. The question is, what are you going to do to change the way that things are? What you won't. You'll complain and make content, and that's it. You'll sit there and run off the mouth on social media, but none of you will change anything. No. None of you will actually get any work done and actually get together and bravely and strategically change anything. So your blah, blah, blah falls on deaf ears, but you know what? It's great content to watch. But you're doing nothing different than what the people who reported on that in the media had done. You're just adding to the lifespan of it. You should have watched the report and let it die, but you didn't. Let's talk about the album. Dun dun dun. 1, 4, 3, and the deluxe 1, 4, 3, 2. Now, I've reviewed both versions of the album, and there's all this discourse around the album wasn't this, the music isn't as generic and blue 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 blue. She worked with Dr. Luke. Blue 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 blue. Give me something to drink, please. Vegas style. Now, I don't care. Okay? And I know why you guys are doing that. Okay? When most of your faves are giving either mediocrity, mid. Most of your faves are mid who are coming out these days. We know that Miss Katy Perry, she's particularly in my generation, a millennial, right? But most of the people coming out today within Generation Z or so, most of these people are mid anyway. Yet you give them a pass, right? Y'all give them a pass by making them popular on the internet, right? Y'all give them a pass by making the wrong people popular on the internet, right? That come in and fizzle out anyway within months. Y'all go to the concert and buy the tickets to these very mid, unpolished, unready performers who come fresh off the internet, out of their bedroom, who have no business where they are. Yet, you want to come from Miss Katy Perry because, this is mainly from Gen Z. Okay, on the younger, most of the time on the younger side, but this Gen Z in general, I've sat back, I kept my mouth closed and shut, and I watched the slander go on and on. Y'all want to sit here and throw Miss Katy Perry under the fire because us millennials who the elder millennial. See, Katy Perry is an elder millennial. I'm an elder millennial. Matter of fact, Queen millennial. Okay, Lady Gaga, elder millennial. Beyonce, elder millennial. You want to throw Auntie under the bus, right? That's what y'all would call her, right? You want to throw Auntie under the bus because that's what y'all do. Am I wrong? Am I wrong? I have enjoyed Katy Perry since she came out with I Kissed a Girl and I liked it. Now, we know the discourse around that. I'm somebody who is of the LGBT, right? Not offended by what it possibly meant. Speculation, alleged, blah, 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 which I'll say versus what she says, right? Don't care. Great song. Period. Laying it down. You don't have to agree. But this is my network and my channel and my voice and my pen. Okay? Thank you. Now, love that first album. Love that second album. I love that she's the comedic relief, okay, in music, right? Because she has great songs, but she also was known as a funny girl for the most part, you know? The costumes, the characteristics, right? I loved everything I saw artistically. I thought she was somebody who fit a lane that wasn't there, right? Katy Perry actually doesn't have any bad albums. There may be an okay album or two in there. For example, Smile. There are some good songs off of Smile. Okay? Some good songs off of Smile. And we get The Witness. You shut up. You shut up, because I loved every song on that album. She was getting deep and real with you. It was just that it wasn't marketed the way it needed to be marketed. That's it, okay? But the album itself touched me right here. Her best work. I said it again. Her best work. Now, let's get over to after that, because you got Witness. You know, we have Smile after that. And then we got 143. Let me tell you why I like 143. No, it's not groundbreaking like Lady Gaga's Mayhem. But just before Mayhem, we got, well, the album that her whole discography, and I love Gaga, she's my girl. I got an album that I was just like, huh? Because sonically, it was average at best compared to the work she had done on Art Pop. Right? She took it up here, and then it came down here with Chromatica. The Sonics, I'm like, okay, I guess she's trying to go back to the 90s kind of gay dance techno sound, but I would rather her have been more innovative with it than just kind of doing it verbatim, you know? But yeah, I mean, Gaga, to me, that album wasn't a flop, but it wasn't her best. It took me a while to come back around to it. I hope you're getting what I'm saying. Even if you don't, it don't matter. Okay? No, she's not Lady Gaga. She's not Beyonce. Okay? We already have those people. She's not gonna give you a Lemonade. Okay? That's not the kind of artist she is. She's not going to give you a Mayhem. That's just not the kind of artist or person she is. She's not going to give you a Renaissance. She's not going to give you a Cowboy Carter. Stop. Just because we're all in that particular generation, just above, does not mean you can sit there and put those comparisons. We have a Katy Perry, we have a Gaga, and we have a Beyonce. Now, if you don't like what she put out, you don't have to listen to it, but you certainly don't have to run around the internet slandering and then pulling up every little negative thing you can find about her. Because nothing's black and white, okay? And all the things that you guys have said about her, I don't find good enough to drag her name through the mud. Okay? And then you want to talk about her Lifetimes tour. I personally feel, just by looking at the footage and we will be watching the tour together on this channel, that they already by now heard all the discourse. She's responded, right? And I think they're pulling the stunts on stage, making it look sloppy like that in some parts of it on purpose. Okay? For the strategy of knowing that you guys will take it and run. And remember, the more attention something gets out here, okay, the more money they can strategize and pull and make. Okay? But y'all not thinking about like that. No. Y'all not thinking like that. Y'all too busy reacting. And that's what they want. Think about that for a minute. Let that marinate. Okay? I actually enjoyed 143 for what it was. No, it wasn't groundbreaking. I will say it again. Most groundbreaking album from Katy Perry. It ain't Teenage Dream. A great album commercially. Commercially, yeah, for all the GP girlies, General Public girlies, yes. Commercially, yes. Great album. Great album. I love that album. But the best album she ever put out was the one that wasn't so commercial. Witness. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Sometimes those are usually the best ones in an artist's discography. It just wasn't marketed well. Wasn't marketed well. Anyway, 143 to me is nothing but a good time. I don't mind the fact that the beats don't necessarily have much of a sonic identity to Katy Perry. As an artist, they're still enjoyable to me. Yes, the lyrics are used most time on the album are vapid. But there's nothing wrong with that. The lyrics don't always have to be profound and deep. People want to talk about her age and how a 30 to 40-year-old should sound, how a 30 to 40-year-old should look, how auntie should be. Let me tell you something. The 30 to 40-year-olds of the boomers generation are not the 30 to 40-year-olds of Gen Z. Well, at Gen Z touch 30 yet, they're about to touch 30. The oldest ones. But anyway, are not the 30 to 40-year-olds of the millennial generation. We're not them. We didn't grow up the same. We're a little more innovative and a little more youthful. Okay? 30 is like the new 20s for millennials, okay? And 40 is like the new 30s for millennials. But anyway, '30s and '40s are not like Gen X's 30s and 40s. Oh no. Oh no. We don't really play by the same rules as those 2 to 3 previous generations have. 30s and 40s, a millennial, are not the same as the silent generation, which is the generation right before the boomer, which nobody seems to talk about, but there are still a handful of them that are still alive till this day. Heck, y'all barely mention the Generation X. It's always this thing between the boomers and the Gen Zs. I'm just like, okay, that conversation, whatever. But anyway, all that to say is that y'all just talking out the side of your mouth for the most part. Okay? leave the album alone. It's a good time. Put in your blonde wig and let your hair down. That's what this album is. Put your blonde wig on and let your hair down. A lot of y'all seem like I got sticks of glasses. Okay? I'm a little too serious and a little too conservative. Okay, I'm conservative to a certain extent, but I know how to have fun. But I know things that most people who are under 25 have not discovered yet. You don't even have people 25 and under. You don't even have your full cognition. You're not even adults yet. You want to see things a lot differently once you pass that threshold. But right now, for those of you, have a seat. Have a seat. And those are my meat and potatoes. Katy Perry, with all your faults, we all have flaws. I don't care. None of the stuff they mentioned about you is a cause for major alarm. It's not. It's not. I will always love you, and I love your work. Point blank in the period. Okay? This is a Katy Perry lover over here. Sexy, confident, so intelligent. She is heaven sent. So strong, so sound. She's a win. Come on, sing. Sing with me. She's a winner, champion, superhuman, number one. She's a sister. She's a... okay. And let's not forget, California girl, the unforgettable, fine, fresh, fear. We got it on lock. West Coast red, baby, you're a fire. Your word, come on, show what your word. Come on, don't play with me now. I'm one of the ultimate Katy Perry fans. Okay. This has been Peyton 3.0. I had a good time, but I had to lay it down. Had to lay it down for you what the real was. Had to lay it down for you. Peyton 3.0, the artist, the musician, the entertainer, not the content creator, not the YouTuber, and not the influencer. I hope you got your entire life, or you had something that you don't agree with that you have to say in the comment section. Let's have it, okay? Now, if you stayed to this for this long, you definitely should be hitting the like button, okay? And sharing with people that you know that like artist commentary, reaction, and reviews. And of course, for you to become a part of this community, you have to go ahead and subscribe, comment. And I expect to see plenty of comments in this comment section, okay? And of course, notification bell for more. Oh yes. Oh yes. You don't have to agree with me. You don't have to love me, but you will respect me. All right, now you made it this far. So thank you so much, first of all, for making it this far. This is the bonus segment, aka the shameless self-promotion segment. Now, I just said that I was an artist, musician, entertainer, correct? Well, we're going to prove that right now. Here we go. Can I get a beat? Going up in audition room. Heartbeat fast, it was my turn soon. Judges speaking, all say no. Back to the drawing board we go. I was singing every night and day. Vibrant and driving me insane. Termination rides on my success. It is the way I will ever rest. And now, the song.
I know you're out there looking for a stress reliever.
You're looking for a stress best believe it out there. Here we go.
But let me tell you what you need to do. Here we go. Blood pressure, you worked all day like the messenger. Work so hard that the bills are high. All you do is cry me and freaking try. Watch that clock every freaking day. Still on your money, you got to pay. Fuck that shit, man, you need relief. But you got this grief for the fucking cheap. Some take care of the freaking kids. Munch your plate for your freaking lid. Stress too much, always in no rush. You need even brush, you're feeling flush. What is it that you're gonna do? Gonna have something relieving you. Time to get out when the music plays every freaking day. All I gotta say is jump, turn that music loud. I wanna see no hands in the crowd. You gotta get it turned up, get it turned up, get it turned up, get it turned up. Lose your mind to the beat. Shake it up, keep moving those feet. You gotta get it turned up, get it turned up, get it turned up, get it turned up. Get the stress.
And that is all I will be giving you, okay? Anyway, if you want to hear that song in its entirety, then comment in the comment section. You ready? Let me hear that song. And I most certainly will, absolutely for free. Come on, kids, sing along with me. She wore an itsy bitsy teeny weeny yellow polka dot bikini that she wore for the first time today. An itsy bitsy teeny weeny yellow polka dot bikini, that's it, that she wore for the first time today. Now, it's your turn. It's simple and easy. Come on, you can do it. She wore an itsy bitsy teeny weeny yellow polka dot bikini that she wore for the first time today. An itsy bitsy teeny weeny yellow polka dot bikini, that's right, that she wore for the first time today. I kid. Do this.
What is the
One life, baby. No dismiss.
It's a trap. One life. They wanna be around. No matter how you are getting down. There's really nothing that you can do. Push past all the doubts and believe in you. Push past all the doubts and believe in you. Cause when it's all over, said and done, there's only one, yeah, there's only one. Take it by the horns and be on the run. Take it by the horns and be on the run. Even when you get down.